video is sponsored by Supply Handlers. 2 seasons, 0 trophies, 2 managers gone, and a dressing room fight so bad it reportedly sent Federico Valverde to hospital. This is not just a bad Real Madrid season, this is a collapse. Jose Mourinho is back, and his first problem is the one nobody at the club wants to say out loud. Number 1. The war inside the dressing room. Start with the rot inside the squad. Madrid did not just lose games, they started turning on each other. The worst flashpoint came when Federico Valverde and Aurelian Tchouameni reportedly came to blows. Even before that, Xabi Alonso had reportedly seen the squad as impossible to coach, with player power running wild. That is exactly why Perez wanted Mourinho. No manager walks into chaos and changes the temperature like him. He brings authority, fear, and that feeling that nobody is safe anymore. And this time, he may have help. Pepe will reportedly join Mourinho's staff, which could be massive. There has also been talk of Toni Kroos potentially being involved, giving Mourinho a calm voice the players still respect. But the warning is obvious. Mourinho has been here before, and it turned toxic. His first spell ended with fights against Casillas, Ramos, Pepe, and even Cristiano Ronaldo. Job 1 is brutal. Stop the factions. Kill the player power. Make every player understand who is in charge. Number 2, the leadership vacuum. Order is one thing, leadership is another, and Madrid are running short of it. Carvajal is gone. In recent years, Madrid have already lost Ramos, Marcelo, Benzema, Nacho, Kroos, Modric, and Lucas Vazquez. That is not just experience leaving, that is the spine disappearing. And here is what people misunderstand about Madrid. Captains are not elected. The armband is decided by seniority. That means Federico Valverde is next in line with Vinicius behind him. But seniority and leadership are not the same thing. Valverde has the respect, but he was also involved in the most damaging dressing room incident of the season. Vinicius has status, but his frustration can swallow the team around him. Mourinho has always needed generals, Terry and Drogba at Chelsea, Zanetti and Materazzi at Inter, Ramos, Xabi Alonso, and Ronaldo in Madrid. So, who leads this Real Madrid? If nobody is ready, Mourinho has to build a leader from scratch. Number 3, the defensive intensity. Now to the tactical issue that broke 3 managers in a row. Madrid stopped defending like a team. Ancelotti, Alonso, and Arbeloa all hit the same wall, a squad that could produce magic but could not suffer together for 90 minutes. The problem stayed hidden on certain Champions League nights because Madrid can still win on moments, but across a league season it drained them. Players blamed teammates who would not track runners, coaches demanded more pressing, discipline and defensive work, and the squad buckled. This is where Mourinho makes sense. His best Madrid team was organised, vicious and horrible to play against. They could sit deep, break fast and make every mistake feel fatal. That may be exactly what this squad needs. Not more freedom, more structure, not more improvisation, more consequence. But can Mourinho convince Mbappe, Vinicius, Bellingham and the rest to do the ugly work without the ball? If not, the system dies before it starts. Number 4, the Mbappe and Vinicius puzzle. Fix the defense and Mourinho still has the biggest riddle in world football, Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. 40 league goals between them this season and still no major trophy together in 2 years. The problem is obvious. They keep wanting the same zones. They both want the left. They both want the attack to bend toward them. Worse, they have become symbols of different factions inside the squad. Alonso got brilliant football out of Mbappe early but lost Vinicius. Arbeloa flipped it after January, getting Vinicius firing again, while Mbappe faded. Mourinho has to do what neither could. Get both burning at once. History says he can. This is the coach who helped Ronaldo produce a 60-goal season and convinced Samuel Eto'o to become a defensive winger at Inter. But can he do it in 2026? There is also the contract problem. Vinicius is out of contract next June, with talks stalled. Perez said there was no rush, but no rush can quickly become a crisis. If Mourinho fixes Mbappe but loses Vinicius, Madrid are not rebuilt. They are just rearranged. Number 5, the number 10 logjam. Behind those two sits another problem, Jude Bellingham. This season he called himself a victim of his own versatility, and it is hard to argue. He was moved between roles, pulled away from his most dangerous zones, and never fully recovered the attacking freedom of his first season in Spain. 8 goals and 5 assists is not bad for most midfielders. For Bellingham, it felt like a bad dream. Mbappe's arrival changed the attack. Jude was no longer always the main chaos maker. Sometimes he was covering, sometimes he was linking, sometimes he was floating between jobs. Mourinho has to end that. Pick a role, define it, leave him there, then add Nico Paz. After running the show on loan at Como, he now looks set to return through Madrid's buyback clause. great on paper, complicated in reality, because Mourinho now has Bellingham, Nico Paz, Arda Güler and Brahim Diaz fighting for creative minutes. That is not depth unless there is a plan. Without one, it becomes wasted talent. Number 6. Clearing the deadwood. Before Madrid can rebuild, they have to cut. Reports suggest they may need sales before serious spending, giving Mourinho one brutal job: audit the squad. Who still belongs here? Camavinga, Ceballos, Asensio, Mendy and Gonzalo Garcia have been floated around the exit door. Some may even question whether Tchouaméni or Valverde has to go after the dressing room fight. And if Vinicius refuses to renew while the Mbappe-Vini dilemma remains unsolved, Madrid may face the nightmare sale too. Mourinho has never been sentimental. After a season this bad, tiny adjustments are not enough. Number 7. The signings. Florentino Perez won the election on June 7th and locked himself in as president through 2030, and the spending can now start. Madrid's defense needs serious work. Alaba and Carvajal's exit leaves a gap. Milito and Mendy's fitness record remains a concern. The back line needs power, recovery speed and reliability. Madrid need a new defensive core. Ibrahima Konate and Denzel Dumfries are confirmed as defensive reinforcements, and more are expected. Names like Gvardiol, Calafiori, Schlotterbeck and Bastoni keep appearing. But Perez has gone bigger. He has promised the members a Galactico bid, and the names being mentioned are serious. Michael Olise, João Neves, Vitinha, or someone else in that tier. Whoever comes in must hit the ground running as soon as possible. Number 8. Win back the Bernabeu. Finally, Mourinho has to win back the stadium because the fans have turned. The whistles are louder, the patience is thinner, the aura is gone. Players have been jeered, Perez has been targeted. Security reportedly removed anti-Perez banners during the win over Real Oviedo. That is not normal background noise, that is a fan base losing trust. And Mourinho's fastest route back is simple but not easy. Make Madrid fearsome again, a team that defends like every clearance matters. A team that wins second balls, a team that turns big matches into psychological wars. He did it here before. His first spell delivered a Copa del Rey final win over Barcelona that fans still remember because it felt like Madrid had finally punched back. That is what the Bernabeu wants now. Not speeches, proof. Win ugly, win often. Make opponents hate facing Real Madrid again. Mourinho has rescued impossible jobs before. But this Madrid are different. The egos are bigger, the contracts are bigger, the noise is louder. And man-managing superstar dressing rooms has always been both his greatest weapon and his biggest danger. So, over to you. Is Mourinho the man to rebuild Real Madrid, or is Perez about to light the same fire twice? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to watch the next video. Bye. This video is sponsored by Supply Handlers.